Two. What is this? Wait, it's called... That's a horrible name for it, by the way. Hold on. You're gonna be put... You get put over here while I... Let's shoot the lobster. Can we actually, just put him aside? There we go. Because I gotta set everything up. Isn't it silly how every time I gotta do this? I think that's a little silly. Dum 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 dum. And grab some of this. Hello. How are you doing? Today, I just want to draw a little bit. And that's all we're gonna do today. I don't know what we're gonna draw yet. Probably something not important. Maybe some thumbnails. Maybe whatever people request. And we'll see, because I'm not good at drawing. We'll see how well they turn out. Alright? We will see. Also, I think that's everything. Did I get everything? I don't remember. I was gonna do something else too. I think I was gonna go over here and actually get the link. I found out what I was gonna do. That's silly. There I go. We're gonna go for maybe like an hour and a half. And we'll see what happens. Draw lobster? I will try. I know. The lobster hasn't replaced me yet, alright? The lobster is still here. But it's not fully replacing me as a host. There I go. And there you go. You could be right here in the corner. Could you draw me? Here, you'll be right here. You'll be down here in the corner. Oops. I'll use black over here. You'll be right here. You're just like a smiley face in your profile, so I'm just gonna make you a little smiley face. You're just gonna be right here in the corner, just like chilling. There you go. What software do you use? I use Krita. This is Krita right here. I used to use Blender, because Blender could also do this, but it got really laggy for some reason. I don't know what happened. I felt kind of sad. Because I really liked using Blender for its, like, animation. I really loved, like, for example, I really liked, for example, like, making a little animation and being able to just move it around like this. But that got so laggy in Blender. And this seems really easy. I don't know why this is so laggy in Blender just to do something like this. I did it all the time. So I've been trying to find an alternative to Blender, and that's landed me on Krita. It's so tragic. Yeah, there it goes. Also, someone said draw the lobster. I'll try. This is how you're gonna learn how bad I am, okay? Here, let's bring up the lobster over here. Let's get the lobster cam. Why not? That's my little lobster buddy, by the way. This is how you're gonna learn that I'm kind of bad, right? We're gonna draw the little lobster arms over here. We're gonna just give him a little claw. Oh, I don't know if I like that claw. For some reason, their claws have a little bumpy thing in the middle. I guess to catch whatever's in here? I'm not quite sure. I use it because it's free, even though, sometimes... What? I use it because it's free, even if it sometimes is complicated, because, free to play forever. I think you're right. That's kind of why I got into Krita, because I'm like, it's free? And I saw, I was seeing somebody else use it, and I was like, what? That actually don't look too bad. And that's when I started using it. I was like, sure. This is gonna be the little tail. Here, we'll bring him more down. There's gonna be a little lobster hand. I'm bad at drawing it multiple times, so I'm just gonna duplicate it. There's gonna be its other lobster hand. It's gonna be nice. And then it's gonna have a little sticky limb connecting it, everything. There you go. little sticky limb collecting the two. And then you'll have your little antenna things. Do lobsters have antennas? Am I crazy? When I was looking at the image over here, like, these are definitely antennas over here, right? Like the little whiskers that it has. I'm gonna give it whiskers. There you go. And then I'm gonna give you your little floppy eyes over here. It's annoying to draw on a phone app because every app is either paid or every basic feature is paid. That's messed up. That's true. That's so messed up. I really wanted to also find a good app on mobile. If you're using like Samsung or something like that, or an Android device, I do this for the tablet. I also have Krita on my tablet, and I was like, oh, that works. So if you have Krita, you could if you have a tablet or maybe a phone, I don't know if it's on your phone, you might be able to use Krita. It's a little complicated though for your phone, I will say. But yeah, that works. I don't know what good apps there are for Apple, because I remember I was looking around trying to find one. And I know there are some, but I never got around to figuring out what was like the perfect drawing app for Apple devices. It's so sad. I really want to find one, because sometimes I swap between devices all the time, and man, that makes things annoying. I'm telling you. I'm gonna give him little tiny feet. Look at that, little tiny feet. Just womp womp womp. There you go. That's the lobster. We'll even color it. Why not? We'll even color it. I'm gonna give it like a little shade of red, but not like full red. There you go, buddy. There you go. And you know what? I'll make a little darker shade of red for your little these parts. There you go. That's the lobster. I use Ivy's Paint Cracked. I don't think I've heard of that one. I think the only thing I've done is used like Photoshop, maybe? And from there, I moved to Krita. And also Blender a little bit. But that's it. There's the little lobster. I'm going to put them just in a little folder. There we go. And in the meantime, while I look for other things, I'm just going to draw thumbnails. Because I got a lot of... You know what? I got like a lot of thumbnails I got to draw. It's bad. All right? We look at the live over here. Oh my goodness. We got... Where are we even? I think we are like down here. We have like 10 different ones to go through. It's crazy bad. So we got a lot of streams to catch up in. Some YouTuber shared it and I downloaded it without knowing it was cracked. Well, now you got free software. Congrats, it's free now. Yeah, you didn't even know you're downloading a cracked version. That's funny. So I think I want to draw while I'm waiting. Maybe I'll draw something else on the side if someone asks. But right now I'm going to try to draw probably the weird horror games. That seems kind of nice. Hello? Hi. Welcome on in. I thought the lobster took over. Not yet. I fought back. All right. I'm getting my territory back. That lobster ain't taking over my career yet. All right. I'm still here. Sorry, I got something on my screen. That's how I get rid of something on my screen. If there's like a little something blocking it, I just kind of like scrape it off with a pen. Is that bad? I don't know how I'm gonna do it. So we got like a thumbnail for like the what's it called? The spaghetti. I played a horror game. It wasn't spaghetti. It was egg fried rice. We had a horror game with egg fried rice, but I don't really want it to be like front and center really. And that's why I'm like, I don't know what to do with a lot of the thumbnails. I just kind of experiment, and I'm like, is this anything? Is this anything? Would I like this? I can maybe do something like this where I'm just like hungry, like, oh, I'm hungry. I'm like salivating. I'm like, oh, that's my saliva or whatever. I'm like, oh, I kind of want spaghetti. And then back here, I guess we can move it more this way. And then like back here, there could be like a horrible monster, right? Just like staring us down, just staring us down entirely. That might be an idea. That might be an idea. Maybe I have to I gotta do something like this where like they're right behind me and I don't know. And then I'm too focused in on this one item in this horror game and the monsters behind me. I think that might work. We're gonna try it. That's that's how I make the thumbnails. I'm like, is this anything? Okay, it is. All right, well, we're gonna try to base it off of that, I guess. Someone here in this live is not from an English country. That's like half the people. I saw that like the percentage wise. Half the people are like from Brazil or something. It's crazy. Let me get started over here. This is the worst part. I gotta draw a circle. I gotta draw a perfect circle. That wasn't too bad. This is when perfectionism takes over. I often thought about just like, what if I just do the first one and I'm like, there we go. That's the circle we're using in the final thumbnail. This is a little botched. I was like, what if I just don't care about how it looks and we just roll with it? I might have to concentrate a couple of tries. I can never get it the first try. Ooh, that was not a bad circle. That one's more ovally. If I spin it around, you can start to see the flaws. Yeah, that's what if we do that, huh? You can see a little bit of the flaws. It's still like a very bumpy circle. It's still a little bit bumpy. Sometimes I do this where I put it, I use the Symmetrize tool and then I start practicing like how a circle would look. And so now I know, okay, that's kind of the shape of a circle. So now if I kind of start trying to draw a circle over this, it'll be more accurate. This is Cope. Oh, by the way, these are all Copes. Do the SpongeBob way of drawing a circle. Oh, man. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Nope. 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 Oh, this is painful. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. Oh, check it. You can see the lump when you spin it. That's what we're going with. That's the circle we're going with. I know you can always try to cope and be like, oh, what if I fix it a little bit, right? What if we do something like this? And then we kind of try to close it off so it looks a little bit better. And then you're like, ah, I fixed it. Actually, I might have fixed it. It looks more circular. Oh, the circle looks too artificial. Oh, now we're getting into cope. Now it's like, okay, this looks too artificial, but like, would you rather have like that? You know, too artificial or way too natural? Pick your poison. You can't have both. There we go. That's what I'm going with. That's what I'm going with, baby. I'm gonna have it right there. It's an egg, which is ironic because it's egg fried rice. All right, I'm trying to make it a circle. I'm trying really hard. It's just that I'm bad at circles. I don't know how. I feel like even everyone has to struggle with it. There's no tool you could use. Definitely. I used to use a GameCube disc. I used to use like a disc and just like trace it around to make a perfect circle. And that used to work real well, I'm telling you. I could only pick like a certain size for my circles, but like it worked. Oh, that was like the method. I'm telling you. The problem is that GameCube discs are way too big, and the next best thing is like a bottle cap, right? So you got like a CD, which is like way too big. You got a GameCube disc, which is still kind of big. You kind of want something like a little bit smaller, and then the next best thing is like a bottle cap. So like these are your three sizes of a perfect circle, and it just don't work. GameCube disc, Zion is ancient. It's not that old. A GameCube isn't that old. It's kind of old. It's kind of it's kind of old. To be fair, I was given a lot of old game consoles. And so I have a lot of old game consoles that I just kind of have around still. I don't really know what to do with them. They're just kind of here because I don't really like want to get rid of them. I have them and they're like, they have sentimental value and I like them. Half the games are kind of mid on them, but I don't want to get rid of them just like that. So I just have them around. Yeah, but he's a fossil. It could also be that, you know, those games are cheap. I got like an SNES. All of the games for the SNES are like $5. It's crazy. It's crazy good if you want some games. I don't know how good they are, but like there's some good games on there. There we go. So I don't know. I've been playing a lot of good games on there. I'm just telling you. I played well, now here's the problem. Is that now you don't really need to get it. Cuz you can just get it on an emulator. You don't have to get a an actual console. You don't got to go out and buy physical consoles anymore. You can just get an emulator, man. And honestly, it's kind of better. It's less annoying 90% of the time. And you can play whatever game you got. Turns out half the games on there are kind of bad. Can we do, by the way, I downloaded like 1,000 games. I don't know about 1,000, but I downloaded like a lot of games on, what is it called? On, online. A whole bunch of like old PlayStation games. And, I kind of want to play through some of them. Maybe one day we'll do that, because I don't know how far we're going to get, but I got like a whole bunch of old games. And every now and then I like cracking it open and just being like, all right, today we're going to play this one, because it's crazy. Half of them are whack. Hold on. Can I show you this? This was a one-off I did, but I kind of want to do this again, because I only did it with this one game. I downloaded like 1,000 PlayStation games. And I only played this one. Oh, this is old. You can tell this is old because I'm having to look back. Hold on. You can tell it's old because I'm having to look back. Here, I'll play the music still while I try to find it. Because I gotta look real far back. Where was it? Oh, this one. I played Aqua, which was a PS2 game. And this game looked bad. This game was whack. And it was just me trying to figure out what this game was. And it's so weird. And I think there I nuked I nuked the guy. But yeah, I don't know what this game is about. But I just played it. And I thought this was really, really fun. I got no idea what this game is after like, I think I played this for like 2 hours. Still had no idea what this game was about. But it was very cute, and I kind of want to do something like that again. I just pick a game at random and kind of go for it, and then we just see what happens. If anything, it's nice. It's nice seeing really old games. It's like someone made this. Why? Zion, have you played Ultra Kill? Is this a am I gonna get roasted? Am I gonna get butchered by the Ultra Kill community for saying that like it was okay? I don't think it was for me. I feel like I wanted to get into Ultra Kill because I really liked Titanfall. So I liked the movement type of games. But I couldn't get into Ultra Kill. I really tried. I think I tried for like 2 hours. But I'm like, why couldn't I get into it? I feel kind of bad. But it just wasn't for me, I think. But it looks cool. Every time I see it, I'm like, dang, it looks cool. But every time I play it, I'm like, I cannot get into it. And I feel kind of bad. So maybe one day. One day I'll try to give it a shot again and see if anything changes. That arm looks weird. I'm trying to... This is where the arm would be, right? Hold on. The arm would kind of be this way. It would kind of be like womp. But it just feels weird. It's like a lump. I don't know. I'll think about it. Are you gonna color it? No, it's just gonna be black and white. Yeah, I'll color it. Coloring it is pretty simple. At least with how I color it. I don't really texture, or I don't really shade that much. Cause you know, you gotta make these thumbnails. I make like I used to on and off upload daily, and I'm like, you can't really do that daily. That takes too much power. It takes too much brain power. It takes too much time to fully texture and shade everything. I appreciate the ones who do it, but like, my goodness, my goodness, that takes a lot of time. that takes a lot of time. The lobster is just watching. Yeah, the lobster is just watching on the corner over here. Hold on. There's the lobster. Say hi to him. Don't spend extra time on things you don't need to. Also true. You know, I feel like these are relatively fine. These are relatively fine thumbnails. I think like, again, some of my favorites are ones where I like that isn't really. Can we get an image? Can we just get the image? I hate that YouTube started to do that. Hold on. What? It's not gonna let me. This is so tragic. Anyways, I love that thumbnail. Just it has no shading in it whatsoever. That has a little bit of shading, but honestly, it's fine. Just because it kind of makes the joke funnier. This is my favorite title for a video, by the way. Are Cookie Run players happy? I was like, God, that's funny. The answer is no, from what I gathered. They're very sad. Let me do this, and I'll be like black, because I'm like, ah, that's so nice. I actually don't know how I feel about this thumbnail anymore. I think the eyes are a little bit weird. Maybe the eyes are what's making me feel weird about this thumbnail. We're already too far in. That's kind of the thing, where it's like we're almost doing one a day, so it doesn't really matter. If I mess up a day, and I'm like, this thumbnail isn't the strongest, I'm like, whatever, I got tomorrow. I got the same thing tomorrow. You could increase the pupils to make it more hypnotized. I'll try that. I think so I went for smaller pupils to seem like I was really concentrated, but I could go for bigger ones and we'll see. Something like that. That definitely changes the vibe. I don't hate that. We'll go with it. Why not? We'll go with it. Well. And then I'm going to copy this probably for this guy, because I don't want to try to make another circle. You kidding me? That just seems very difficult. Also, hopefully you don't mind that I have some Cookie Run Kingdom music in the background. I think it's from, it's from Oven Break. This is very calming music, by the way. This is very cute music. I've just been running in the background. It's a little repetitive, this one, but they're all very nice. By the way, I love your art style. It's so silly. Thank you. Thank you very much. I wish that I was more consistent with it. That's my only gripe, is that I'm super inconsistent with how I should behave, because I am still struggling. So maybe one day I'll get it down. I feel like it's changed every couple of months. Like, if I bring this down again, like that one, let's enhance, zoom. Like this one over here is definitely way different than like, than this one, which feels like it's a whole different art style, which to me feels different than like these, which feel way different. Like the stem is like way smaller. I don't know if it matters really, but it's just something that I started to notice. And I'm like, every time I draw it, it's super inconsistent. It improves naturally. Yeah, fair enough. I guess I'm just like, it's like, man, I wish it was consistently good. There we go. Maybe I'll draw like a little like, something like this. I don't know. I kind of want to draw like certain pupils. I don't think those pupils are what I'm going for. I could do something like this, but this doesn't really scream horror. That's just like I'm unbothered. Maybe something like that. I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling. I don't know how I feel about that one either. We can just do like, oh, he's super concentrated here too. And it kind of low-key looks like he's also interested in the fried rice more than I am. I might combine a lot of the videos. I don't know if I'm gonna. So I made like 4 horror games, 4 horror game let's plays. I don't know if I'm gonna make them back to back, like their own separate videos, or if I'm gonna make them all one, because some of them are kind of short. Some of those videos are like really short. Some of the let's plays that we did were like 10 minutes long, something crazy small like that. Then I don't know. Maybe I'll make this bigger. Maybe I'll just make this a little bigger, so it can take up more space. And I don't have a reference. Hold on. I need a reference. Oh, sorry. Do I have? Nope. Probably My Singing Monsters. There we go. I'm getting a reference. There we go. Bonk. I don't have a way. I'm pretty sure Krita has a way of like having presets for your colors. I don't have that yet. I haven't added that. So every time I gotta color it in, I always gotta go back to one of the old ones to be like, okay, this is how it was colored. This is the color that it was using. So we gotta go in and be like, okay, grab the colors, quick, go grab the colors. And then we'll get the little shading for this. This is the only shading I got in this entire thing. Just this, maybe a little bit here. And then the little 3 freckles. Bonk, bonk, bonk. There we go. Easy. And I don't know, maybe that'll be dark. That kind of works. Make the lobster lobster. We can try to make a mobster lobster. Here. How do you make a mobster? Is it just give him like a little mafia hat? We'll work on that right now. Don't you worry about it. I guess I'll keep him. You know what? I kind of like this color palette. I might just reuse this color palette. I have like a little purple guy? FNAF reference? Sorry. We'll have a shade of purple over here, and then we'll have the background be like a different purple. Oh my goodness, I forgot to color the eyes. There we go. We'll have this be like a lighter purple. There we go. So there's like something in the background, but I just don't see them or something like that. We'll keep on workshopping this. I'm going to make the lobster a mobster lobster. Ready for this? Here's how you make a mobster lobster. First, you got to give them the little, it's like a little hat. Okay, cool. This is a different layer. You got to give them like a little mobster hat, right? It looks a little bit something like this that the mafia uses. Let's give him a little band over here. Nice. And what color would that be? I think that's also like a little purplish color. Right? Something like that. Maybe a little bit darker. Maybe a little darker. There you go. That's the mobster hat for sure. And I'm gonna make it also like a shade of red over here. Just to add some contrast over there. Maybe a shade of orange. Kind of looks Halloween-y now. And also, for a mobster, you're gonna have a little gun. I don't know how to draw guns. I've never actually tried. This is bad. This is just a little stereotypical gun. There you go. Generic gun. I'll put it in that hand. Hold on. I am going to make it just like a shade of gray. I really need to practice my weaponry. It's bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's kind of bad. We're gonna give him the little weaponry, and then we're also going to give him the little mobster lobster hat. Womp! Look at that. What a criminal fella. Zion, what is that background music? This is from Oven Break. This is Cookie Run Oven Break OST. This is called Land 2 Lobby Theme. So, I don't know which one that is. I haven't played the Oven Break games. I just like the soundtrack. It sounds very cutesy. I knew it! I know. There's also like oh, hold on. Oh, why isn't that working? Take both. A lobster. The mobster lobster. What? Whoa. There you go, lobster. There you go. All right. Where was I on here? I gotta kind of shift this up. Probably do something like this. And then probably shade this in a little bit darker. There we go. I don't know what button I pressed. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I need to draw that. You can. Let's go. You want to draw a mobster lobster? Uh-oh. I opened up Cortana. I don't want that. I don't use Cortana. Over here, we type with our fingers, and we're gonna like it. If we don't know what the answer is, we don't rely on ChatGPT. We guess like proper gentlemen. That's my egg fried rice. There you go. That feels like it's a lot more egg. But I guess eggs are also yellow. So it's just yellow with a side of yellow. You can only do so much with yellow. Maybe I'll give it a little bit of quote unquote texture by just sprinkling a little bit more in there. Just add a little bit more. Here, another little piece of shading. There we go. Just some good old little blobs. And then how do I do this? I kind of merged them in the same layer. I realized my mistake because I want to have an outline, right? So now it's like, where do I put the outline? Because normally I have like an outline around the character. So we'll see how that works. We'll see how we're able to add an outline here. Something like, I know I'm being too quick with it. Yerk. He's eating a treasure in a treasure chest. It's supposed to be egg fried rice, but I could see how that's misconstrued. That's the limits of my art style. Is that everything's like too simplistic. And it can get a little bit carried away. To be fair, the egg fried rice looks exactly like this in the game that I played. So it's not my fault. I'm just lore accurate rice, alright? Something like that. Oh, that's kind of chunky. That's kind of a chunky outline. And there I go. I'm sure there's a tool that gotta do it automatically. I realized my mistake. I realized my mistake. There I go. So the problem is that I got this guy and this guy in the same layer. Cause I done goofed. So we gotta kind of fix it manually, right? We kind of gotta go in and just surgically outline this guy. And hopefully you'll be none the wiser. What are you saying? I come back. I come back? Can I say the number, please? Oh, welcome back. Yeah, I remember you. I remember you. You can only say the number if I accidentally say the number. That'll be our rule. Otherwise, I'm timing you out. Otherwise, you're going to the bad corner and get no ice cream. I just think it's funnier that way. Okay, so now I can actually kind of fix that outline issue. See? And now I do have this outline issue, which is that this is not as bold as it should be because it got kind of shaved off a little bit. But there we go. There you go. Separated the outlines. No problem. See, we're good. No ice cream is too cruel of a punishment. Some people gotta learn. I don't know what you want from me. Do you want to come up with a less evil punishment? Be my guest. But I'm just saying, no one's perfect. I don't know how to determine the like severity of a crime. That's why no ice cream is the perfect crime. It's a lot of emotional damage. To be fair, the original threat was that you're not getting ice cream and everybody else is going to get ice cream and eat it in front of you. So I think in that sense, it is a little bit less cruel than it was previously, you know? Because now you're just not getting ice cream. Before, you would have to witness everybody else eat the ice cream in front of you, which I think is way crueler. No ice cream or the death penalty. Which one are you picking? You can only pick one. Think about your options very carefully. Personally, I kind of want my ice cream. If you do the death penalty, you will get ice cream as like your last meal or whatever. So technically, you do get ice cream. I'm just saying. You've been saying bread, so you know what? I'll draw some bread. Just because I saw the bread and I'm like, why not? You know what? In Cookie, can I just say, by the way? I was playing Cookie Run Kingdom. What was it called? Cookie Run Kingdom. It was like a bread. It was like a ship made out of bread. And I don't know what it was called. Oh, no. This was not a good thing to search. Cookie Run ship bread is not a good combination in the search bar. Bread ship? Like the bread ship plane. Like the airplane. Like the floating whatever. I give up. The community is too locked into a different topic. Oh my goodness. Draw Glowbox. Let me look up Glowbox. How easy is Glowbox? Wobox. We might be able to do Wobox from My Singing Monsters. I could try to do a quick Wobox. It might be a little bit difficult. I feel like Wobox is a little bit of a tougher fella. Oh, I gotta stop pressing buttons. Hold on, we shifted this around a little bit too much. There we go. Perfect. I swear the Cookie Run Kingdom community isn't like Andy's World. You tell that to the search bar, alright? You don't know how many times I've had to suffer. I'm like, I gotta look up a character to draw them for the thumbnail. And then you get hit with whatever the community came up with. You guys must answer for your sins. I'm telling you. You guys have committed such a big crime. If I were to draw a Wobox, right, it would probably be like, okay, you got the mouth, you got the little square piece, and then I'm just trying to subdivide it into different parts. I would probably simplify the legs, just kind of give them like that, and then we can simplify the arms too. Okay. I don't know why I did that, and I'm not going to use that for reference. That's going to be one of the eyes. Soft proofing has been turned on or has turned off. I don't know what I did over there. I always kind of fat finger buttons and I'm like, oh, well, there goes a core feature that I just hit by accident. I probably shouldn't. I messed something up. There we go. I'm from Russia. I like bread. Draw yourself eating mac and cheese. We'll get to it. Sure. We'll get to it really quick. I'm just gonna draw a happy little Wobox. We're gonna make him very simplistic. This is kind of nice for like how I would draw him in the future, probably something like that. Um, and then in the center, you have like a disc, right? You have like a little core. It's going to be a little wonky. And it's kind of like I think this one is going to be the DVD one. Why not? I gotta pick. I gotta decide on a factor. We're gonna do something like that. That's gonna be the little DVD player. He just got a costume for 75 gems. That's still kind of on the higher side, I think. But that's not that bad. It can definitely be worse for sure. I don't know how I'd draw the torso. Probably something like this. I don't want to make it like a complete box, but it's kind of boxy shaped, you know? There you go. Something like this. I know, as I'm drawing it, I'm trying to figure out how I could simplify it. And I'm like, how would I do something like this? You got a very weird looking design, guy. You use Krita too? I started using Krita like this year, I think. It's been nice. I actually do prefer this. I think Photoshop has kind of messed me up a little bit, and I don't know. I got some beef with Photoshop right now. And I'm just like, yeah, this is nice. Plus it works on like mobile too. So I'm definitely sticking with this for now. We're just gonna make little piano. It's not gonna be an accurate piano. That's the little piano right there. Then it has a little disc over here. And then we're gonna go ahead and copy that because that's a lot of work to redraw. That's how you do things, fellas. If it's too much work, you just copy and paste. Copy and paste. You'll have your little arms in the sky. You'll be like, yippee! And I would probably simplify it by doing something like that. And you're actually really tall. So you know what? I'm just gonna make you kind of short. You're gonna have your little robotic little thumpers over here. It's just gonna be something like this. And we're also gonna copy and paste that and put it on the other side. Bonk! It makes you look a little short, bud. I'll see what I can do about that. But maybe this guy's gonna be a little bit short. A rare Wubbox? Yeah, we're drawing a Wubbox. I don't know if it's a rare Wubbox, but I think people are saying it is. I just saw that it had the little disc thing over here, and I think that's kind of cool. Vinyl? Is that what it's called? That was before my time. Sorry, I'm not a vinyl collector. I don't actually know what it's called off the top of my head. There you go. That's kind of how I would draw him. If I were to give it a shot, just to like make him a little bit simplistic. Kind of looks like he's wearing Crocs. That's how I draw him. Can I really quick? Also, someone said, can I really do? He needs his circle joint things. I can't make it too complicated with this art style. I'm pretty bad at it. If I do it too complicated, then things go bad for me. Also, someone said just really quick, make me eating macaroni and cheese. So here, this is how I would do it, just like Kirby style. I'd just be like, "Rah," and this is kind of like the desk, right? And over here is kind of the mac and cheese. So let's just, it would kind of be like a little thing of mac and cheese over here. And I would just be like, ah. And maybe my arms would kind of be like, and I'll try to like, just shove it down with my arms. I'll just be like, and just eat the mac and cheese just full on the floor. And then over here, we could have the, how do you draw bread? How do you draw bread? Hold on. Lock in. This is how you draw bread. It's just a cloud, I think. And then you do something like that to indicate that there's a slice in it. Maybe another? Is it weird I don't know how to draw bread? I feel like it's something I should be able to do. It's not in my repertoire. I've never had to draw bread before. Anyways, it's something like that. There we go. Is he puking? How dare you? How dare you? Okay, I can see how that could be misconstrued. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know how to fix that, though. That's the problem with this art style. Hear me out. Now it's different. Now he looks happy. Right? Does that fix it? I don't know. I gotta work on it. I gotta work on this art style. How dare you? Yeah, change his eyes. Yeah, there we go. It kind of fixed things. Where am I? There we go. I'm gonna go back to this one really quick. I think maybe, I mean, this one's practically done. I don't hate this thumbnail. Maybe I'll just make the background a little darker. Sometimes I just kind of hit it with like a little accent, just like a little like side thing or like a little shade of color, just so that it feels like there's something else going on in the frame. Right now we kind of have like a how do I describe it? Now we have like an A, B, C, D in terms of color, and so the background isn't quite as robust. I feel like this is kind of a crutch. But I kind of do this a lot to like indicate wires. But that doesn't really work over here. I don't know. Maybe I'll do like a little painting or something. Or like a little window over here. There we go. And I'll do maybe something like, I don't know if you could even see that. There we go. So it looks kind of like a window. I don't know. We gotta just add something to make the background look a little better. I have not been good at doing backgrounds. There we go. That's kind of where I would draw that thumbnail. Bam! Ship it. Post. That one's good. Also, I just woke up. Hi. Welcome. Do you wake up really late? Or is it just like your time to wake up right now? I don't know how time works. I'm going to be real with you. But maybe you're one of those people who wake up at like 2 p.m. That is surprisingly common. And that's bad. Shame on you. Wake up earlier. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I actually don't care. You can sleep whatever. Because I do feel quite lazy sometimes. But lock in. I woke up at 4 today. AM or PM? Like in the morning? Because 4 in the morning is like really early. Before in the afternoon kind of seems worse. That seems worse. What's happening? You woke up at like the middle of the day? I beat myself up when I wake up at noon. That's crazy. Yeah, a lot of people are like, that's crazy. A lot of people are waking up really late. I think I also kind of beat myself up when I wake up at noon. Cause now I can't do that anymore. Cause now I gotta be here. You know, I'm trying to be here more frequently. And it has kind of fixed my schedule. You know, it has felt kind of nice. Right now I'm gonna draw. I'll draw a little beetle. While I think of what else to do in the meantime. But yeah, man, that really messes you up. You're gonna start to wake up at PM from here on out. You kidding me? I actually want to draw a little something like that. I'm really obsessed with beetles. I really like them. I really think they're cute. Let me draw some big old eyes on that beetle. There we go. There we go. That's the little beetle guy. Yeah. And then over here, they got like a little bit of texture. They usually got a little bit of texture over there. And then we can draw the little feet on them. There I go. That's the little beetle. It's a little, horn beetle. I kind of want to fix that a little bit. I know that's going to bother me. There we go. I have a beetle Lego set? Hold on. That's real? Beetle Lego set. You mean the car? I'm getting a whole bunch of car. Oh, I mean, that's cool too. I mean, not gonna lie. That's fine. That's cool too. I thought you meant like the animal though. I will be honest. I thought you meant the insect. Lego. Let's see. Beetle, insect, Lego set. Please be real. Oh my goodness. It's actually real. There's a Lego set of like 3 little bugs and one of them is a beetle. Yeah. Oh my goodness. This is the beetle. This is the beetle over here. That's so cool. Hold on. I got like 50 things open. Hold on. Oh my goodness. I got like 500 things open. I also need to move this aside. That's the, that's our little mascot beetle. That's this beetle over here. Yeah, this is the little beetle I make over here for the Discord. I just made him pure gold because I didn't wanna. It's hard to like have like black on black, just like pure dark. So I made him just a golden beetle. But yeah. Anyways, I love that beetle. There we go. Let me get rid of this off screen. Sounds cool. I like that. You said there's a set of 3. Oh, whoa, hold on. Is this the set? There's like a set of 4 over here. This is sick. Hold on. Enhance. Yeah, there's a little butterfly. That's actually cool. These are all really cool. I don't like praying mantises. They kind of freak me out a little bit. Just because I know what they're capable of. But this is sick. This is really cool. Is the lobster there? I know. Sadly, the lobster isn't here. There's probably a lobster Lego set. Lego lobsters. Let's see. Is there? No! The first one I saw is just someone, Lego character eating a Lego lobster. There's the Lego lobster. That's kind of cute. That's actually really cute. Draw the lobster. We did. Look at him. Look at the lobster. We even gave him a little mobster uniform, a little mafia outfit. Yeah. Really quick, I just wanna color this dude in. It's a little bit more orangey. There you go, buddy. And this one's more like a little bit of a brownish color. There you go. That's the little beetle. Maybe, I think this is a little bit more golden. Bonk. There you go, little beetle. Be here with your little friend, the Mobster Lobster. They're buddies together. How cute is that? Perfect. He owes the Mobster Lobster a lot of money. This is so sad. He's being held at gunpoint. He's got to actually do, he's got to pay him back somehow. I hope not. Can you draw a prey mantis to be the mafia boss? I'm so bad. I'll try. Here. I think I have tried to draw a prey mantis, and I'm like, can I do that? They got a little bit of like a longer face, I'll tell you that much. They got a little bit of a long face. And then, they got little pinchers. You gotta draw their little pinchers. And then they got little creepy hands. I know, right now I am just drawing like what I remember. They got little hands like that. And when it's too much work, you just copy and paste it. It's way easier to do that. I'm like, how would I draw praying mantis? This is how you see kind of the limitations of my art style. I gotta maybe practice a lot more weird creatures to be able to do stuff like this more effectively. Because right now it's kind of struggling, as you can tell. But that's kind of the issue. We kind of gotta roll with it. I think the body would kind of be more over here, if I'm being honest. It would be kind of more like this shape, right? You kind of do something like that, I think. And then I don't know how to do the neck. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know how a praying mantis neck looks like. They kind of just got that. I'll just do maybe a little bit of that, and then I'll just give him like a little stick for a neck. It's a little tough. I haven't really gotten that far in drawing weird creatures in this style. Do they have wings? I actually don't know if they have wings. Do they have... Wait, do they have wings? I kind of hope not. I'm not like a hater, but I don't want them to fly. You know, they kind of creep me out a little bit. I saw that they would attack and decapitate their prey. They like go for the neck, and I'm like, that's horrifying, man. I would prefer just, I mean, I get it. It's a painless death. It's quick, merciful kill if anything. But I just don't like it. They like eat the brain or whatever. I don't know, man. You do you. I don't know if brain taste is that good. I'm not a zombie. You gotta come back to me. That's kind of how I would draw a praying mantis. And I'll give you eyes like this. Hee hee hee. Hee hee hee. Hee 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 hee. Let's give you big ol' eyes. Maybe that'll help me. There you go. That actually does kind of help. that kind of helps it not be as bad. There you go. I wish there was more space. I could probably shrink you down a little bit. I'll shrink you down a little bit, and you know what? I'll go over here. And size-wise, I should probably shrink these guys down a little bit. There they go. I think that's a little better. Perfect, right? And sure, we'll color you. John the Mantis from Atlantis. That's him right here. Look at that. Bam! Let's do his head. I kind of want to do like just like 2 or 3 colors on this guy. Let's do something like that. And then his claws are going to be like a little darker green. There you go. I always try to like balance out how many colors I use. I don't want to use a ton of colors when I draw a character. There we go. He's a little mantis. Let me add him to the collection. Bam. Oops. Let me drag it down. There we go. Wait, the antenna? They have antenna? Sorry, my one and only reference is in fact a Lego set. I actually don't know if they have antenna. I've been referencing the Lego set. Hold on. Praying mantis. Do they have, they do have antenna. Oh. That's silly. Yeah, I've been referencing the Lego set. You know what? Without the antenna, you do look kind of bald. There you go. Oh. I gotta do this one. There you go. Some antenna. Fixed it. Thoughts? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I look over for a second over here. Hold on. There we go. Oh my goodness. That's a lot. Bad. Go to the corner. And I don't even remember what they were typing. I didn't even get to see that. I looked down for a second. And now it's gone. I almost drowned there. I know. It could have gone really bad over there. Now you're safe. Don't worry about it. Now it's like that never happened. Bam. Where are my... I'm trying to find... There we go. I'm trying to find my feed so I know what thumbnails I need to make. I'm like, where is all my stuff, man? I have a problem that I'm kind of struggling with right now. Hi, by the way. which is that I have like 5-6 videos I'm behind, right? In terms of the videos that I need to convert into VODs, the live streams that I need to convert into VODs, I think it was here on out, all of these need to be VODs. And I'm like, oh my goodness, all of these need to become like videos. And I'm like, this is bad. I got so many of them to do. I got so many of them to catch up on. Hopefully, luckily, we got the horror games that might just like be one horror game because of how short they are. We got FNAF, which I think I got the thumbnail for already. And then we just have all the My Singing Monster videos. I don't know if I'm gonna make Clash Royale into a video. I don't know if Clash Royale is that good for a video because it's just so weird looking. The aspect ratio is all weird. I don't know if people would like that. I don't know how that will work. Steal a Brain Rot. That's right. We played Steal a Brain Rot. Drop Harry the Platypus. Very simplistic platypus looking guy over here. I kind of want to make him kind of squared. I know you are kind of squared, but I kind of like the little goofy squaredness of you. Womp. Womp. Something very simple like that. There you go. And I'll draw your little feet over here too. That's one foot. That's your other foot. And then you got something like this for a tail, which is very weird. Something like, I also want it to be kind of squared. There you go. It feels weird. Did you have eyes like this? You kind of had like eyes like this, no? That seems kind of weird too. Nope, that looks kind of right. This is off of memory, by the way. I haven't seen Phineas and Ferb in a long time. Does that seem right? Does that seem weird? That seems kind of weird. I don't think you had your eye popping out, did you? Oh my goodness. I could also draw it like that. That doesn't seem like Perry though. That doesn't seem like Perry to me. It's perfect. I don't know. The eye popping out kind of... I don't know if that's normal. I don't remember that being in the show. But I also don't remember how Perry looked. I haven't seen Phineas and Ferb in such a long time. Did you see that they remade it, by the way? They have like a new season or whatever? I don't know if it's out yet, but I heard that they're making another one. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of expected that. Oh, the eyes are kind of lopsided now. Hold on. We gotta do repair work over here. We want it to look kind of nice. There we go. It's always gonna look a little weird, I think. With the fedora. They've been made it? They've been making that? That's crazy. I expected it, though. Because, like, they really love Phineas and Ferb. They made the whole other show, the, what's it called? They made the other spin-off of Phineas and Ferb, and then, you know, turned that into Phineas and Ferb. Milo Murphy, there we go. They made Milo Murphy, and kind of turned that also into Phineas and Ferb as the kind of show went on. So they really love them. They really love Phineas and Ferb. That's why I'm like, yeah, I can tell they wanted to just keep making that more and more. Let me give him a little tail over here. Bonk. Let me color that in with a little head, little slash pattern. Womp 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 womp. Womp 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 womp. Ain't that adorable? Ain't that adorable for him? There we go. And now, for the hat, which is just gonna be the same colors. Maybe the lighter brown, and then we'll use the darker brown for the little, I don't know what that is in the middle. There we go. We drew a platypus. What? Perry the platypus. There we go. Ain't that nice? Here, buddy. You want to join all the other animals? Why not? You could be like over here if you want. I'll flip you around. Rotate. You could be over here on this side. Perfect. That's so silly. Bunk. Um, Monster Gang is getting bigger and bigger. There's a ton of them over there. True. True. Draw Freddy Fazbear? Freddy Fazbear is so hard to draw. He's so hard to draw. Here, I'll actually show you. Do I have a, where would that be? Let me see if I can find it really quick. What software am I using to draw it? It is Krita. I think it's under here. Create thumbnails. I think I did make a FNAF one. Oh, no, it's not here. I swear I drew it. Oh, I did. This is my Freddy drawing. Ready? We got FNAF ready for the thumbnails. Don't you worry about it. Look at that. Look at that. We have them ready for the thumbnails. I got the other FNAF 2, I think. We got Foxy over here waiting. And then we got Chica over here too. Right? We got the FNAF thumbnails waiting. I don't know when I'm going to get around to FNAF, but I got the thumbnails ready for them. That's for sure. I'm not going to lie. I kind of went a little crazy with when I was learning, when I was trying to get an art style for the channel. Because I did kind of go a little nutty and make a ton of thumbnails that I probably am not going to use. I made like a little, I don't remember what this game was called, but I made a thumbnail for this game. Even though I didn't make any games, I didn't play this or make a video on this, but I just had this ready just so I could like kind of experiment with thumbnail designs. I think these are good thumbnails, by the way. I think these look nice. Repo? Yeah. I think these look nice. I never got around to like making a video on it though, but there you go. I got that ready. I had the I had book folding over here ready too, but I never got around to doing that in like a video form. We did that as a short. I kind of feel like going back to shorts, like making a lot of them. They just take time, but I really like the little drawing format I did over there. Someone said make a... Oh, I think... Hold on. I think you said make a black cat. Hold on. Can you draw a cat? Like a silly black cat? Oh, I wonder where the inspo is from. Here you go. I'll make a little cat. Hold on. I kind of want him to be kind of chunky. We're going to start off with a circle. The famous last words. Why did I say this? Oh, yeah. Let me start off with a circle. That will be super easy. I should have never said that. I should have never said that. Oh my goodness. Let me start off with the hardest thing that I can't draw. That's impossible to draw. We're gonna give him just a little chunky face over here. There you go. You're gonna get like a little bit of a chunky face. And then I'm gonna give you some little dotted eyes, buddy. I kind of want bigger dotted eyes. There you go. And I kind of want to... I love when the eyes, by the way, I love when eyes are just kind of lopsided. Instead of them being, like, even. I like when the eyes are kind of like that. I don't know what it is. I just find it more charming when they're not, like, completely symmetrical. One's a little lower and one's a little higher on the line. I realized, right? It's gonna be something like this. But then you can't see the paws on the inside unless I do something like this. Where these are the little hands. Huh? There you go. Now that kind of works. And then I can do something like this. And then again, we just use the eraser tool to kind of make a contrast. There we go. Thoughts on the little cat? The legs are a little lopsided. But that's kind of how it rolls around here. I'll try to even it out just a little bit. Just a little bit. There you go. That's the little cat. Maybe little whiskers. Bunk, 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 bunk. There you go. There you go. Make him the agent of the FBI to fight the gang. Give him a hat. We're gonna give all of these guys a hat. What do you want the hat to be? I'm fine with giving him a hat. What hat do you want? It could be any type of cat. Any type of hat. We could give him a little. We could give him a little baseball hat. I kind of just want it to be like a different type of hat. A top hat. A top hat. We can give him a little top hat. Some people said a cop hat, but I can't. Again, top hat and cop hat. I saw top hat first. That's what we're going with. We're gonna give him a little one of these, a little classical hat. Sure. I'll try. I'll try my dandiest. I'll say that it's a little something like that. And then you just kind of give that a little bit of that. Bam bam. And we're gonna make it like a little bit of a purplish color. There you go, buddy. Oh, it's all drawn on one layer. My bad. I shouldn't have done that. Womp. Little pristine fella, if I do say so myself. There we go. A witch! A witch! I know, we did change, the soundtrack did change into also like a little witch theme. Like, look at that. It sounds a little creepier. That was not intentional. We're gonna put them with the rest. There we go. Let me really quick just kind of chuck them in there. We're running out of space over here. Oh no. You're gonna be back here in the back. we're running out of space. Oh man. There you go. Perfect. I'll make it my profile picture, put it on the Discord. I'll put it on the Discord. Okay. And lastly, you know what? To end off the stream, I'll draw an axolotl. I saw an axolotl. I think that would be kind of cute. I haven't I don't remember what an axolotl looks like in a long time. Is that bad? My only, the only time I remember an axolotl is from Minecraft. It's just so memorable, man, in Minecraft. They're weird little dudes. Let's do something like this, right? It's gonna be, cause they always got their like hands up and stuff. They got their little fingies like that. They're always like, ah. They look like they're scared of everything. They're like, ah. I love axolotls, by the way. For the longest time, I thought they were fake. I thought axolotls weren't like real or whatever. I thought they were just like, how do I draw the little fins? They got like little flippers and gills or whatever these are. Their hair? For the longest time, I thought axolotls weren't real. I thought they were like AI, before AI was a thing. You know, I thought they were just like photoshopped. Because, I mean, I guess before AI, you still had like a ton of fake pictures of like the megalodon or something. So like that didn't really stop anyone from just faking whatever pictures they wanted to make. And you know, I saw the axolotl and I'm like, that looks fake. That little guy does not look like a real animal, man. I've seen what a fish looks like. This doesn't qualify. But no, they're real. I think. Am I still being gaslit? I don't know. I could be. And I would never know. There we go. There are salamanders stuck in that phase. What, in the cool phase of being underwater? I mean, they're kind of derpy. I'll give you that. I'm gonna give them a little hee-hee-hee, a little hee-hee-hee look. Yeah, yeah, something like that. Something like that. He kind of looks like he's giving you a hug. And then we're gonna give him a little tail over here. There we go. Something like that, I think, is how they would be. Maybe a little up. This has to go a little up. What you think? There's the little axolotl. They're going for a hug. They are very derpy. I might change this up a little bit from behind over here. They might look a little fat. They're, I don't know. They're a little fatty. It's okay. And they're always like a shade of pink for some reason. And then these are a little darker. This is adorable, man. I don't know if I would have a pet axolotl. That seems like a lot of responsibility. It's kind of like a fish where I would feel bad. I'm like, can I pet you? It's like, not really. It's like, ooh, what do I do? I don't just want to have you around in like a cage. I would feel bad. Well, it's an aquarium. It's a sea cage. I don't really know what you call that. But I don't know if I could have a pet axolotl. That's a lot of responsibility. I would forget to like feed you or something. That's bad. And I'll add little stripes over here. A little womp. There we go. Womp, womp, womp. And then another one here. Womp. There we go. That's the little axolotl. I think that's how we're going to wrap it up. We've drawn a couple of little goobers today, haven't we? There you go. You want to join? Oh, it's like he's giving them all a hug. Here, if we put him in the back over here, it's like he's trying to give them all a hug. There's way too many to hug back here. But oh boy, is he trying. Anyways, that's where we're wrapping it up for today. We drew a lot today. Hopefully that was nice. Hopefully you enjoyed the experience. I'll put you right here. Right. Oh my goodness, there's actually no space. I'll put you right here. Your head's going to pop out. I think that's also kind of cute. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this was very relaxing and nice for you. And if it wasn't, I hope that you at least like some of the drawings. They're so cute. Yeah, I think so. I think they're adorable. I mean, I really love how some of these turned out. They're really nice. All right. Thanks for joining me. Go to sleep and or wake up. Some of you are really late here at night. Some of you are really early here at night. Anyways, bye-bye. That's it.